We're going to modify the air conditioning unit on our 22 RBS Keystone Cougar RV. The reason we're doing this is because in the heat of the Texas summers, it takes a long time for this unit to cool down. We've done the research and we found a system that should easily modify the airflow in the camper, and they say increase the cooling efficiency by as much as 40%. So today we're going to install that system.
All right, so I'm going to help here with the install. First thing we need to do is remove the cover. Then we're going to use a number 2 screwdriver bit to remove the rest of the cover here. Right. And now we need to use a 5/16 inch bit and remove this flange that holds the cover. Before we do that, we're going to remove this factory airflow diverter right here. And then again, these are 5/16 inch head bolts or 8mm. It's about the same size. We're going to get those removed. in the kit. Basically have a new diverter for the airflow. You see the original design just kind of had a wall, and then the airflow would have to go from the center to the side vents, and so the distribution wouldn't be as even. This actually has a route for it to more evenly and efficiently route the airflow. We're just going to do a little test fit in here. Looks like it's going to be a little bit tight, and so then got some different vents to install, and it looks like this. This is a 2021 model, so this has some updates from the older ones. It already has the plastic vents installed for the sides that come with the kit, and so we don't need to do anything there. And one of the different things that we need to do is the diverter had also, there's a piece of 1-inch foam here on the ceiling. We're going to need to remove that, and then before we put in our styrofoam diverter. But I've noticed there's also some kind of loose wires here hanging, and I'm going to go ahead and just get those secured and zip tied up out of the way. It's not required, but in my professional experience, I know that, you know, loose wires rattling around can cause problems. So if your wiring is secure, you're going to have less rubbing and pulling on electrical connections. So what I'm going to do is zip tie them up and secure them. And so now you can see these wires are going to be held securely in position, no rattling around, and it's definitely going to help with the longevity of the unit. Now I need to remove this piece of foam here from the ceiling. All right, and so now on this unit, the main pieces here that we're removing is this diverter and this seal, how it sealed against the roof. So we've got these pulled out of the way, and now that we've got that done, we're going to again install this new 4-efficient air diverter. As you can see, the air, there's a little squirrel cage that'll blow the air down through this hole, and when we push this in here, there's a seal right here that's going to seal that to the top, and then the air is going to be distributed evenly through here to the side vents. Or this kit does come with some of this sealing tape if you have any gaps or holes. And I see here on this rear vent, I do have a little bit of a gap here on the rear edge. So I'm going to go ahead and take some of this and use it up to seal, just to help with the efficiency. See, this vent has got a little bit of a bow in it. even though it's almost the same thing, I'm going to go ahead and change it out. I think it's causing a little bit of obstruction. You can see this vent where the screw had been put in, it kind of caused a little bend here and it was causing it to stick out. This is the factory installed one. These are the new ones that come with the kit. So these, there's a foam packing that we're going to go ahead and install it on the back of this vent. All right, and then we just peeled the yellow back cover off so we can put this up in here and get a good seal. All right, and now that I've got that done, I'm gonna cut a little piece of this aluminum sealing tape off to go in the corner. All right, and on second thought, I'm going to go ahead and change out this plastic vent on the other side too, and put the foam gasket on it. Because it looks almost the same, but with the bend in the other plastic vent, it just wasn't quite lining up. Then we'll go ahead and install the gasket. peel the yellow backing, so now it'll stick into position. Might just got a little extra there. Just go ahead and trim that off. And then we'll go ahead and put some sealing tape on it as well. All right, just peel the backing off that. Now, we'll check the fitment. And again, there's a hole up here, the gasket that should keep it sealed there to the top vent. And then our side ports should line up here with our new plastic vents. All right. Much better. And so if you have the style that's got the new factory vents, you may want to go ahead and take those out, install the ones that come with the kit. So I do see another little loose wire flopping around. So if I can find some zip ties, go ahead and zip tie that up. That is definitely one of my pet peeves, is loose wires. So now that we've got that done, we need to install, put this piece back on. This is the one that takes the 5/16 inch bolts. And then we got one more down here, slipped on the floor. this have a torque setting?
No. And they made a big deal about torquing those.
Oh, yeah. No. I brought over a foot-pound wrench, not a inch-pound wrench. Now, one of the important things is to torque this to, I believe it was 20 inch-pounds for the bolts in the instructions. So you want to make sure that if you've got an inch-pound wrench that you get that torqued to that spec. And if you've done a whole lot of wrenching and knows what that feels like, just make sure that it feels pretty close to that and that you're evenly torqued.
So that's a pretty slick installation, at least so far. We did not receive this free of charge by any means. We went straight to the manufacturer and ordered this, and they delivered it as promised. Packaging was good, no damage en route, and we'll have to wait for warmer weather to see if it measures up to that 40% increase in efficiency.
To change this off a hammer drill, or is it?
No, it just go to the other drill. That's what those lights are for.
Yeah.
Boy, it's loud.
right, and we just have to install the screens back in for the vents.
See if it comes on.
Yeah.
Comes on. Right, that seems to be a wrap. Everything is working as best we can tell on this cool day. We'll do an update when we take it out in the warm weather and go camping. Thanks for watching.